All right, we're just winging this program tonight because I don't have any notes written down. So, this program tonight came from the December 2015 Tops News, and it's called "Don't Just Sit There." Um, and it talks about sitting is the new smoking. This is a bold statement, has been used by researchers, health and wellness professionals, and doctors alike in recent years to warn about the serious health dangers that come from spending hours a day seated. And I know not everybody sits, but you know, there's so many office jobs out there where people just sit all day long. And if you look at like call centers or things like that, you know, they only get breaks, you know, like 10 minutes in the morning, 10 in the afternoon. They have scheduled breaks that they can't just get up and walk as needed. And most people that work in offices, you know, can normally get up, you know, get up when they need to. So this program talks about you know, getting up and moving about every 60 minutes. Um, and it, you know, first of all, it talks about how sitting can cause, you know, type 2 diabetes and obesity and some cancers. As a result, for decades, the focus has been on encouraging people to perform heart pumping workouts. Where more research was starting to find that it's equally important for people to sit less as much as exercise more for better health. Because a lot of people, you know, they'll come home from their job, they'll cook dinner, and they'll sit and watch TV. That, you know, there's not any physical activity much during the day. And we've just got to get out of the habit of sitting so much. You know, we sit and watch TV, we sit and work on our computer, we sit and play games on the phone, or sit and watch TV. I mean, you know, watch movies on your iPad or whatever. So everything, you know, everything is becoming to where you can sit more and do more. Um, and it's the convenient. A lot of it's the convenience of everything. Um, and especially teenagers, you know, and they're getting younger and younger, where, you know, their parents are putting tablets in front of kids, you know, to watch or play video games on, and you know, they just grow up doing that, and that's why the obesity in children has gotten so much worse over the last few years. I've got a son just like it, so you know, I'm not, I'm one of those parents. Um, you know, I bought his first video game after he begged me for it for about 3 years. I finally gave in, and I wish I never had, because that's what he does most of the day, is play video games. Um, and you know, and it and sitting that much has its own health risk. Um, it elevates the LDL, or the bad cholesterol. It increases the risk of both high blood pressure and heart disease. It negatively affects the metabolism. The body has a harder time burning fat as fuel because you don't use it. You don't use your fat and the carbs as energy, so it all turns to fat. So not exercising regularly and sitting 8 hours a day can actually increase the person's risk of premature death. So some studies suggest that we live 2 years longer if adults simply sat fewer hours per day. So does anybody here just have, other than me, have jobs that just you sit most of the day? Or hobbies that you sit?
Well, since a lot of people are been staying in a lot, what have you got for entertainment?
Right.
What have you got for entertainment? I find myself looking at the games,
Yeah.
movie. Ask me about any movie on Netflix. I can fill you in on it.
Or getting caught up
I'm
in or
just
binge
guilty.
watch a series.
I'm just guilty of
Yeah.
not doing what I should do. And I remember when this one came out, and when it said that, I'm thinking to myself, "Woman, get off your butt."
Yep. Well, and it also causes problems with circulation.
Yeah.
Um, During the summer, I sat here in my house and we don't have air conditioner. I just had fans in the windows, but it caused me to have bumps on the back of my legs because I was sweating so bad. Because I was sitting here answering the phone on a
Mhm.
help desk, and I would sit here at least 4 hours before could even get up and move because the phone was so busy. And it's not just that, but I mean, it causes your legs to swell. And when you get up,
Exactly.
you just have to wait just a minute so you can get your footing before you can start moving. So it's really bad overall, and your posture. It doesn't help your posture either. Um, so here are some ways to get us moving. So stand instead of sitting while performing light intensity activities like folding laundry. I
There
had to,
you go.
yeah, I have to tell you, there's this lady at work. She's working from home now, and she didn't want to buy one of those stand-up desks, that you can raise and stand up for a while. She didn't want to buy one, so she started using her ironing board as a desk.
Mm.
So she could lower it enough that she could sit in a chair and work, or raise it when she got tired and needed to stand. So I was like, yeah, the original folding standing desk, who knew? So I mean, but if you do if you do some kind of crafts or anything that requires sitting and working with your hands, you could use something like a stand-up desk or an ironing board or something that just can raise up your platform so you can stand a little bit and not have to sit the entire time. Um, all right, so wear an activity tracker such as a pedometer to monitor your movement throughout the day. Before you prepare dinner, turn on your favorite music and boogie down. You can have a dance party, and Irene and I were talking about that earlier. She mentioned that in a program that she had, and you really don't have to know how to dance, and nobody's around usually. Nobody's around, so you could just move, and um, when I went to an IRD, the first the first one I went to in Orlando, there was a division winner there, and she said she lost over 100 pounds, and she said that's how she started losing her weight. Is she started doing dancing when she was doing her chores at her housework. She would dance with the broom, or dance with the mop, or dance while she's washing dishes, things like that. And it's just that movement, and it counts as exercise because uh, your heartbeat's getting faster, and so you're just moving, burning calories. Um, do a few basic exercise such as standing leg lifts or arm circles during the commercial breaks of your TV shows. Of course, Netflix don't have commercials, but
You still got to go to the potty. I mean, hello.
that's true. Just pause it a few minutes longer, and walk back and
Do
forth to the
something.
bathroom a couple of times.
There you go.
um,
Hey, gotta
schedule
think something.
hey schedule activity based outings for your family, such as a walk around the neighborhood after dinner or a play date at the park on the weekend. Set a timer and take a short walk around the office every 30 to 60 minutes during the workday. But like I said, sometimes when you're in a call center, you can't do that because you're constantly answering the phones. And even if you're in a production job that calls you to sit, like a sewer or something like that, you can only get breaks ever so often. Make multiple trips in the house when bringing in bags of groceries. Bonus points if you have to climb the stairs to boot.
Ooh.
Do y'all do that? I find myself gathering as many bags on both arms as I could handle. I do strength training when I take groceries. All right, so instead of the usual lunch date with friends, schedule an active hangout and share laughs while walking or bike riding, or try something seasonal like ice skating. While waiting for your coffee to brew in the morning, do something simple like balancing on one leg for 10 to 20 seconds, then switch sides and repeat. Instead of web surfing, spend a few minutes unwinding before bed with some simple stretches. So when it comes to lowering your risk of developing chronic disease and living a happier, healthier, and longer life, the science is clear. Small changes really make a big difference. So, we just need to find more ways to move, especially those that are in the house. There's only so much house cleaning that you can do, over a few months. Just got to find another way to move and keep your mind keep your mind focused on healthy living. Now most of the time when I talk about exercise and doing different things, the first thing I hear is from a lot of people is, I can't stand up that long, or I can't, walk that much, or things like that. So I found this program off of the Leaders Corner, and it's actually from the July 2017 Tops News. And it's called Musical Chairs, and this will be a fun program to do at any of the meetings as well. Basically, it gives you chair exercises that you can do, and it's a good workout. And the equipment, you can use a towel, you can use TheraBands, or you don't have to use anything. But and you sit in your chair to do the entire workout. So if you have music, you can use the music, and that's where the musical chairs comes in. So you do the music you do the exercise to your music. So the first thing you do is you sit up in your chair. Everybody sit up in your chair. Put your feet flat on the floor. And you get your posture straight. And even though you can't stand up, if you can move your legs, this is something that you can do. If you don't do anything else on these 2 pages, this is something you can do. You just lift each foot, just like you're marching. And then if you have, if you're in a straight chair, then you can move your arms, and if you're sitting up straight, and if you're holding your stomach in, hold your belly button in. If you're holding your stomach in, you're using those muscles as well. So you're using your leg muscles, you can use your stomach muscles and your arm muscles, and you're just moving. And pretty much anybody can do that. If you can't do anything else, if you can move at all, you can do that. And if you do it long enough, And you start out doing it like 5 minutes, if that's all you can handle. And then gradually build up. And then eventually you'll be able to stand up and do it, you know, for 10, 15 minutes. So you just start out small and you're elevating your heart rate. And then, so the next move, okay, so you do this like 1 or 2 minutes to warm up. And then the next move, you can do your full body move. Let's see. You're going to press your fist up over your shoulder while you're like you're lifting barbell. Okay. So then the second move is to, or after you warm up, you want to raise your arms just like you're lifting barbells. And don't just do this, you know, just kind of tense your arm up so you're using your muscle. You can also use cans of soup. You know, that'll give you some resistance. And then you can build up to a bigger can, or like drink bottles or bottles of water, anything like that to build resistance. And that will help with your arms and your shoulders. And if you're still sitting up straight, you're still using your core to hold your posture. All right, so and the next thing, at the same time you're doing this, lift one leg and flex the muscle of that thigh. Straighten one leg. So you want to do this, but you want to straighten your leg. Just alternate. You know, straighten your knee out, but don't lock your knee. Just kind of straighten your leg and come back in. So once you do that for a couple of minutes, you start feeling warm. You're getting your body moving. And then let's see. So keep your ab muscles engaged to protect your lower back. And okay, it says if it's not challenging enough, you can loop a TheraBand around your chair and press up while holding on to the ends. Alternate lifting your right and your left leg while doing the shoulder press. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Yep. So let's see. So now you're going to strengthen your abs. So again, you know, check your posture, hold your stomach in, and we're going to do elbow to knee touches. So take your, bring your arms out to the side and make a T shape, like you're going to do toe touches, but we're going to do elbows. So then bring your left elbow towards your right knee and just go as far as you can. You don't have to touch your knee if you don't need to, but lift your right foot and touch your left elbow to your right knee. And then do the other way. So your left arm to your right knee. And me, I got too much belly to touch my knees, so.
We'll talk about that.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Well, you know, that's the reason we're here. But, so, I mean, you do that a couple of minutes, but that's, you know, you're doing crunches. So you know, again, you're still building up your core, you're building up your muscle, and you can feel, you know, your muscles, you know, burning probably now if you're not used to doing any kind of exercise at all. All right, so you can do that at 1 or 2 minutes. All right, and then we can go back to marching just to recover our breathing and, you know, heart rate. Okay, so the next move, we're going to extend our arms to make a T. Okay. And do alternating leg extensions while squeezing the muscles in your bottom. So, and then make a fist, and open up your chest. Now squeeze your chest and arm muscles as you extend your arms outward into a T. Let's see. What was extend each leg. Don't lock your neck. Okay, there we go. All right, so what you're doing is one exercise is with your leg. You're extending each leg out, and you're tightening up the muscles in your bottom. And then you're also, squeezing, taking your arms, going in and out. And hopefully you're more coordinated than I am. All right, so you do that a couple of minutes, and let's say finally, all right, let's do some punches and heel taps. So we're going to punch out fists one at a time, right and left, as you tap your heel with that same foot out. So you're gonna punch and tap your heel out. All right, so you do this for a minute or two. And then as you end your workout, you want to go back to marching. Check your posture and hold your stomach in. Make sure it's because that's going to help that core, help your core and build muscles in your stomach and your abs. So, you just eventually slow down your marching till you're back to normal breathing and cool down.
Just that little bit, I burned 194 calories.
There you go. And it took, what, less than 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yep.
I got my heart rate up to 111.
Wow. So, if somebody comes up and says, oh, I can't exercise because I can't walk or I can't stand, or, give them this paper and they can move. They can, because if you do this long enough, you'll build muscle. And what does muscle do? Burn fat. So, all right, comments?
It's good. The marching also helps people that have lymphedema or whatever in the legs, the ankles, where they swell with water. This is great exercise for that stuff, moving your feet and stuff and doing that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Exercises some chair exercises. So if you just do research, you can pick up a program that has bouncy music and keeps you going, and got somebody out in front doing it with you.
Right. Yep.
You're just watching that man. I know what you're doing. Sorry.
Hey, whatever gets you going. But you could take just these few exercises here and put music to it, and when the next verse comes up on the song, you switch exercise or something like that. So I mean, this exercise, just these 4 exercises right here, can keep you going, and doing it 30 minutes a day, it would be equivalent to walking, if not better, because you're still working your whole body doing these exercises. And then as you get used to them, you can change them up a little bit, or as you need to. But yeah, I mean, this program would be great to get everybody back into, if get back into exercises and back into losing weight.
Yep.
So, and I put the program that I went over in the chat box. So if you pull up chat from the bottom, you should be able to download the file.
Okay.
And I also put it on Facebook. And Irene, I think I emailed it to you.
Okay. Good.
So,
Good.
okay.
All righty.
Anybody else?
Sounds good.